Well, hello there, Retro PC Durham. It's Chris here with another video. This will be part two of our Windows 98 PC build. The first step that I wanted to make on this was, if you checked out the previous video, I showed all the parts that I'm going to be putting together, and for the processor, I wanted to put like the lowest end processor that I have available to go into this socket 478 motherboard. And why am I not like muscles? Hello. Uh, so for all these processors I have here, I got a bunch of Pentium 4s and a Celeron D, but I want to use this particular Pentium 4 because it's only a 1.5 gigahertz. So it's like the, whatever you want to say, it's the slowest of all the processors that I have available. However, it's not quite. If you'll be able to, we'll be able to see here. Come on, focus up. The pins are not quite. Some of the pins you can see here. Look at these ones here. Some of these pins are kind of wonky. So I just want to try and straighten them out, straighten them all out, make sure they're all straight, and then we're gonna do a burn test on the system board to make sure that it actually works. So the plan is we take a mechanical pencil, right, which doesn't have any lead in it. I removed all the lead from it, but the head, the spot where the actual leads come out will fit perfectly over top of one of these pins. So what I'm going to do is we're going to try and get this lined up and grab wherever there's these pins that are off center and just try to straighten them out so they're lined up properly. So to do that, I think what I need to do is actually take a magnifying glass here, and I need to get down and kind of like hold it over top. I don't have like a proper, I guess, magnifying glass like on a tripod or something. So we're gonna try and do it this way, and hope that this works. It's a little bit awkward. So maybe, you know what? I have a pair of like magnifying glasses, but they're like really, really high magnification, and it doesn't work so well. So I'm just going to try it this way. We're going to see if we can get this to go, and hopefully I can do this without it's kind of awkward. So I got one here. That one's straight. This is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be, which I guess is, I'm glad that I'm recording it as a result, so I can like show how weird it is to try and do this like freehand. Where all these are off center, I can kind of see, if I can kind of see where they are, and I can straighten it out. Okay, so there's this one. Okay, and then this one. And then this one on the very edge. Okay, is that it? Okay, let's take a look. Let's take a look here and see if we can line the light up maybe so we can get a better angle of them. The other way that I've been told works is just like if you've got something that you can kind of run down like the path in between all of the pieces, that you can use that to kind of straighten things out. So I wonder if I have like a piece of paper is not really going to work. That's not really going to be thick enough. Like a piece of like cardstock or something would probably be better. But I don't really have any cardstock sitting around. So we'll just keep going back to doing this the way that I said I was going to do it. It is pretty awkward, but I think that this is the best. I think that this is the best way to make it happen. So we've got this one here. fix that one. Where else? Is that it? Was it just like the 4 or 5? Oh, there's a couple here that are kind of, these ones are kind of wonky. So let's get that one. And that one. Yeah. That looks better. These ones, there's a couple that are kind of need to be leveled off. And that one. And then I think that might be all of them. Okay, so we're going to do a little, let's do a little pressure test here. So we've got our system board that we're going to install into, and maybe what we'll do is we'll just see if it goes. It feels like up in this corner here, they're still not quite there. So let's take another look here at these guys and see if which ones are. Yeah, this one on the corner is not quite there yet, so it's kind of like threading a needle. Although I don't think it would be appropriate for me to like lick the pin to get it to do like when you're trying to thread a needle. Okay, so does that look good? Let's try that now. I'm sure this would be like infinitely easier with a like magnifying glasses. So maybe, you know what, maybe we'll go ahead and try that. So I've got these I picked up some again. We get these, all the stuff I use here is almost all stuff that's been donated, like I picked up on donations. You know, some of the stuff I bought, obviously, but I've got these watch repair magnifiers. So it's a whole like kit, and it comes with a whole bunch of different intensity magnifiers, but these 10 times ones are the smallest. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna see if I can get like down on this and see. Here, let me turn on this light that's on the thing, and I'm gonna get let me get into it here. I might have to get I can't really see what's going on camera now because I'm so close, but I'm looking at each of the pins. Okay, so the third one over. This one needed to be straightened. Okay, let me see what else. 4 down from this one here needs to be straightened. Okay, and we're going to go across, down the left side, back through to the right, and then up. And I think that does it. This one on the very end is still a little bit. Okay, I think we're good. I knew this was going to be a bit of a challenge, but I didn't realize that it was going to be quite so intricate. So it's still a little bit. Oh! Hey! Oh! It's in. Okay, it's in. Let's call it. We're in. Okay, so we've got this done here. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to do a smoke test, and we're gonna see how this goes. So I've got my 256 gig memory DIMM here that we're going to install into the first slot. Now it's going to be a little bit loose because we don't have the clip on the other side. That's broken off for some reason. The next thing I need to check out is, so there's pin settings for CPU and RAM speeds. I don't know if that's really going to matter here. This is PC 2100 memory, which is, what is PC 2100 memory? Is that like 500 megahertz maybe? Let's, you know, my memory is not working today for some reason. PC 2100 RAM is don't tell me 533 megahertz front side bus link, right? Okay, so so this board here is saying for timings right now it's all on, it's on off, which is just saying 100 100. Probably it's okay to just leave that, right? Like, we don't need to move the RAM timing up to like 133, 150, 166. Maybe we'll just leave it all on off, and hopefully that isn't going to cause a problem. I don't think it's going to cause a problem. I don't remember that being a big issue. It's almost like it's manual overclocking maybe. Okay, so let's install this stuff. We're going to put this, we're going to put the fan on here. I'm not going to clip down. Let me just, you know what I'm going to do here? Let me take the clip right off, because I don't want to clip this down yet, because obviously I want to, assuming this is going to work, I don't want to leave this clip down until I'm ready to, because I'll obviously want to put thermal paste on here. So we're going to just rest it flat. It should be okay for just like booting up. So that's fine. And then we need to put power on here. So I've got my power supply that we showed off, and we're going to snap that into place here, and the 12 volt here. Okay, so that's ready to go. Then I'm going to need to add some stuff to this to make sure that it actually starts up, right? So let's expand this out a little bit, first of all, and get this with a little bit more room, shall we? Okay, so I need to get the video card so that we can actually see if this thing's going to go to the BIOS. So we're going to put the video card in here and slap that down. We're going to take my trusty Post-it note pad here as a wedge. I'm going to need to put the keyboard on here so that we can, and if necessary, get into the BIOS. We can actually see some settings on here. So we're just going to pull this a little bit out from the clip. Put the legs up here. Okay, so we've got that ready to go. The keyboard. Oh, and I'm going to need power cable. So we're going to need the power cable on this to plug in to my power bar right here. I'm going to plug that in. Make sure we're off. We're off right now. Okay. Okay, and then the last thing is we're going to need to see. Well, I'm going to want to see. So if this thing will boot, and we'll check that out. Okay. Moments of truth, I guess, to see if this thing goes. I'm hearing a bit of a whistle, which I can't tell if that's coming from the power supply or if it's coming from the something on the board. Where's the startup on this board? Power. Okay, we got a boot. We're spinning, and we posted. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. Let's just move this, and I'm going to show off the what's on the screen here. I need to adjust my my tripod here for the phone camera that I'm using. All right, so there we go. So we're up here. We've got the BIOS working. I see here CPU speed. It's saying, do I want manual, 1500 megahertz, or 2000? So I'm going to just go 2000 megahertz or 1500 megahertz. Since you use a new CPU or reinstall your CPU, the system boots up at the CPU bus frequency of 66 megahertz to make sure the system can set up. Now you can adjust the CPU speed. Okay, so I'm just going to set it to 1500. That's the temperature that it, or the thing it's supposed to be at. We're just going to have all this stuff on auto for now. I'm not as concerned about doing that. Chip configuration, that's all fine. And the I/O device configuration, we don't need to worry about that right this second. Read-write floppy, yes. PCI configuration, slots, we're good. I want AGP graphics card, USB functions enabled, and then we're gonna disable PCI audio controller. We're disabling the audio controller. AC97 is disabled, and AC97 modem controller. I don't care about that either. So we're just going to disable those for now. We're going to go back and look through these later anyway, but while I'm here, I might as well just do it. Okay, boot power management options. We'll go through that later. Boot options. This was the other thing I wanted to confirm here. CD-ROM, removable drive, IDE hard drive, other device. I had thought that. Yes. Okay. So this was one of the other things that I had talked about in the previous video, was that I was pretty sure this system board was one of the ones I had that supports an LS120 SuperDisk drive as a bootable device. And I have an LS120 SuperDisk, which I wanted to install in this instead of a floppy disk drive if possible. So this does have it in the boot options, so we can do LS120 boot, which allows me to boot from floppy disk. I don't have any actual LS120 disks, but I wanted to use the drive because I know that they actually do read and write disks, floppy disks, faster. So if I'm going to be using this system for any other things in the future, I'd like to have that option to be able to have that fast read and write. So that's good. All right, so this works. This works. This is a success. I'm very happy. The CPU still works. We got those pins cleaned up, so we're going to be able to get this going. So this is perfect. I'm very excited about this. The next episode of this, we're actually going to do the build video, which is where we're going to take this guy right here. We're going to take this guy right here. We're going to get all the rest of the parts that he needs to have, and we're going to get it installed in the case, and fire it up and start moving on to the next step. So, so good, so good. Feel so good about this. Hope you enjoyed this little video here and found it interesting. And I hope you want to stay tuned for the next video that's going to come out as well. And, as always, I hope you are staying safe and staying healthy. And we will catch you in the next one.